Good morning. This is Grateful Ed. Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's a great day to be alive and be able to make a video for you this morning. I want to say hello to everybody and also send out all my love to all. And I want to say a special thanks every day to the people who have given me the benefit of the doubt when it comes to letting me tell my story, because it really helps me to talk about the things that have happened to me, but also it helps me figure out and put more pieces of this puzzle together, because so much information has been withheld from me all my life, and it's time that information come out, and I don't want to start ripping on that. I want to make another video on the gang stalking and personal experiences. I want to talk about President Trump and what's going on this morning. So I spoke about patriotism, okay, and your love of your country, right? And it seems as though, even in my lifetime, there's been a campaign to separate the American people from the love of our country for whatever reason, to paint us out to be the bad guy or the bully on the world stage. When in fact, whenever a country is in trouble, we do more to help those countries and to, send money to them. Natural disasters and aid to their country. Okay, and I just want to give an example of Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines. Okay, when you're in the Philippines, you know that the classes. There's no middle class. Basic. Either you're connected and you have your way into money, or I guess you're part of these secret societies that keep you within this matrix in order to try to achieve to get up to that higher class, whatever it takes. And they're trying to do that with America and take out the middle class, in my opinion. But when it comes to the natural disaster, that all these millions and billions of dollars that have been sent over to Philippines, to help the people, everyday people, it never reaches them, okay? Because once it goes to once it goes into the government's coffers, okay, and then everybody's going to take their cut. And they'll be out there on the phone asking for luau, or on the radio asking for luau, to feed the people, which basically is like a rice porridge or something like that. Because they know that the money, the millions and billions of dollars, sent out of people's heart, it never reaches the people. Okay, and my example is to see that in a third world country, okay, with so many resources and really so much abundance there, it's been just trampled over, by the elites who have taken all the money. Okay, and they're trying to do that in America. I'm just saying, at one time, Philippines was a pearl of the Orient. Now, not so much, because it's been used and abused so much by so many countries. Okay, and the people are the ones that suffer. We cannot let America get to that point, and we will not let America get to that point, okay? Even though all these things have happened in the Philippines, they still love their country and their countrymen, and they have a great regard for pride of country and also of their patriotism. There's a lot of countries around the world, so we cannot let the deep state run their narrative in order to degrade and belittle that, as far as how we feel about our country and the ability to stand up for what's right and what's wrong. Okay. And President Trump, in my opinion, he's brought that back. He's brought back the patriotism to Americans, also to wake us up when it comes to exactly what's been going on as far as deep state operatives, the phony politicians, how they will promise you things and never deliver, like with the Inspector General reports. The other thing is, it's really evident the never-ending narrative to try to take President Trump out, okay, with the witch hunts, okay. And, I correlate that to Clinton, but it's way bigger than Clinton, It's like she's the leader of the pack, if you will, Clinton and Obama, in order to take out Trump because he's such a threat. Such a threat because he knows once the people have woken up, okay, whatever it takes, once the people have woken up and realized that they were so much better under President Trump's leadership, there's no stopping us. There's no stopping us from defending our country and defending our freedom. Okay, so it's been kind of interesting for me because I usually don't watch too much TV, but I've been focusing on this MSNBC, right? And ever since the indictment of President Trump, it's been like their Lollapalooza, never ending. And we all know that all of the media, mainstream media, is corrupt and biased by now. Okay, so you can't really trust what they say. In all fairness, you turn on Fox News, right, and there's a lot of stories about President Trump, but there's other news, and that's what I want to try to make that point today. They're really not a news organization. It seems like a propaganda arm, really. To tell you the truth, it sounds like fucking communist propaganda at this point. And it's a shame, but that's the kind of world we're living in right now. So, okay. I guess my point about Trump, though, the statute of limitations is up, all right? The prosecution is definitely, it's political, all right? They've thrown everything at the wall, they've tried everything to try to take Trump down. And in this case, they've got someone in there that has, they're trying to scheme up and put up some false accusations, that the federal prosecutors wouldn't move forward with. So it is, it's my opinion that because Trump knows their playbook, he's going to take this, okay? It's going to make his case for president that much stronger. He'll beat the rap, okay? He will beat the rap, and he will turn this on them, okay? And make them regret that they ever tried to take it to this level and take it this far as bringing him down. It's only going to make him stronger and only going to make his position for president that much stronger. And I think more importantly, okay, it's going to open up the eyes of more and more Americans who may not like some of the things he said, but it's going to be, or some of the things he's done, whatever, but it's going to make them open their eyes to say, you know what, I'm tired of hearing this shit about Trump. My life was so much better. My family's life was so much better. My bank account was so much better under Trump. It's evident that the deep state is trying to take them down. Some people won't wake up. They will never wake up, for whatever reason. And I don't know what to say about them because the focus needs to be on what's right for the country. Like President Trump said, they're after him, but it's not just that. They're not just after him, they're after us, okay? And I don't think, I know American people are not going to let that happen, okay? And how can I say it? There was no call for violence on January 6th. There's more and more information coming out about January 6th, how that's a setup, and how the involvement with, the government and their government agencies and their cronies, their cronies in order to, orchestrate that. And again, make Trump look like the bad guy. Okay, so back to MSNBC. Okay. Um, it's been nonstop, ever since I turned that on. So my point in that was to try to turn it on sometime during the day and find out some kind of other news, you know, because there's so many other things, there's so many other tragedies and what I call attacks going on in America right now. You know, talk about on the brink of World War III, on the bank failures, on the chemical attacks, and really every day I want to try to say, a big shout out. And people should really embrace the fact that people in East Palestine, Ohio, they're standing up, they're standing up for the government and showing that really that this Biden administration and all their cronies, they don't care about the people. Okay. Uh, Also, North Korea saber rattling, Russia and China, superpowers on the world stage, orchestrating, how can I say it, orchestrating policy and using war as their instrument to orchestrate that policy. And America is just focusing on Ukraine. Okay. So, okay. I really don't see any of these stories over there in the last, I'll say, 24 hours. And I turn it on and off or watch parts of it, okay? But they're not playing in a fair playing field here, okay? It's all anti-Trump all the time, okay? So that shows the obsession, okay, trying to take him down. And it also shows that they're not a news organization. Like I say, to me, it's all propaganda. But one of their experts they had on, let's see, his, he was trying to make the case, and I'm paraphrasing here. This is how I see it. That President Trump is running scared somehow, okay, and he's not embracing this. That oh, he is trying to delay and use stall tactics. Okay, remember the federal prosecutors didn't want to take this case, but they're accusing Trump of trying to use delay tactic and stall tactic in order that he may win the presidency and then cloak himself in executive privilege to avoid prosecution. Okay. So, I heard the word bogus a lot of times, and all this is bogus. It's really bogus. But the thing about it is, okay, if you look at it, if they didn't think he was going to win, why would you even put that argument up there? You know what I mean? Because they know he's got that power, and he's got, once the Trump train's rolling, you're not going to be able to stop it. And that's exactly what they fear. They fear the people opening up, okay, realizing that the government has done them wrong, okay, and that it is just to protect the elite and to put those people in a position of power, the politicians or their cronies in a position of power to where they and their family benefit and the rest of us are left out. And that's not what America's about, okay? And that's what President Trump has opened our eyes to. But I found that interesting. I found that very interesting about, the executive privilege, because they know he's going to win, and that's going to give them more fodder, okay? That's going to give them more fodder to run their false narrative about how he's doing something wrong, when in fact, that's where the power lies. The power lies in the truth, and the power lies in bringing down these false governments, okay? So, and the only other thing I wanted to say, about this today is, I guess the new talking point is no one is above the law. They showed that, I think I caught that on Fox News, to be fair, okay, but no one is above the law. I heard Pelosi, quote, but then they showed everyone, from The View and Pelosi. It was like that's their new talking point. Okay, and it's been a while because they don't have anything that's solid, against President Trump. So anyway, I found that to be very interesting, and I'm getting long-winded on this, but that's all I'm going to say about that one today. But thank you very much. Thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless America. Keep on keeping on.